Hey guys, welcome to Crimson Wonders. You can call me Crimsy, and I'm very excited to present you today this brand new series called the Random Monster Girl Design Challenge. This is going to be episode 1, and I already can't wait to make more. So without further ado, let's get to the art of it. The rules are pretty simple. I assign a number to each Monster Girl type, and I will randomly generate 2 numbers from this website. And then, with the best of my design skills and knowledge, I will combine the 2 Monster Girl types together in order to generate a brand new character that will be a cross species between the 2. I know it's a bit sketchy, but for this first episode I just recorded a clip of me picking up the monsters live, and the audio was turned down for some reason, but here's the little clip. First number is going to be 47. Okay, so what's 47? 47 is a myconid. Don't know how you pronounce that, but yeah, that's pretty much a mushroom person. So that's pretty cool. And then the second number we're gonna mix it up with will be 20. And number 20 is a Neko Girl. So yeah, let's get this Monster Fest going, guys. We have Neko Girl and we have myconid. And keep in mind, I want to make these monster girls creepy, cute, borderline disturbing if it gets there, but never let the monster side overwhelm the girl side, if that makes sense. So I drew a little silhouette of the girl I had in mind, and to be honest, I could have done more exploration. That's kind of the point of designing a character. You never go with your first draft or idea, but I was feeling pretty confident. That's what I wanted to go for with my design, so I started sketching right away. I felt really inspired by these 3 mushrooms. The first one is called Calocera viscosa, more commonly named the antler fungus. It comes in bright yellow, pink, purple and white colors, and I felt like it would be a great addition to the silhouette to have these mushrooms quite literally grow out of her, like the character itself is nourishment for the fungus, and she lets them grow on her because, well, she's a myconid, so she's a fungi creature, of course. But further than that, I thought it would be nice if she was some sort of forest guardian, the last myconid of her circle to look out for the forest spirits living there and protecting them, and her being one with the forest inspired me to add mold forming on her body and mushrooms growing from the mold, and then even a bit later I added some moldy freckles to her face and skin. I just thought it was really neat and cute because it's like a twist on freckles, but then it's not really freckles, so I don't know, I thought it was nice. The second mushroom that it inspired me is named Coprinopsis atramentaria, also known as inky cap. It's a really daunting looking mushroom that droops black liquid and is apparently completely safe and edible, but like, I'd ask for a second opinion before putting that in my mouth, personally. But the moment I saw it, I knew I wanted to incorporate it in my design. It would have made a really rad hat, but since my monster girl is also a Neko girl, I wanted her to have cute Neko ears, so I went with the idea of having her wear a dress, but then it would also look like a mushroom cap in shape and texture, and have like this black goo coming from the bottom, and man, screw the hat, I was sold on this idea right away. The third mushroom that inspired me was the Clatros Rubber. I don't know why, but I think that name is so funny for some reason. But yeah, this one's influence on the whole design is not much, since it's only, well, it's mostly just the tip of the tail that features it. But I thought it would be cool for the purpose of the character, because, you know, this type of mushroom is like pretty stinky and it attracts the likes of bugs and flies, so they help spread its spores around. And I thought it would be pretty neat if our monster girl was like protecting the forest, like the animals, plants and spirits living there, but she would also help the plant life by spreading the spores around and act like some type of low-key forest gardener on top of being its guardian. But then I started thinking, what if she had these little mushroom spirit helpers to give her a hand with keeping the forest lush and welcoming? We could call them mushlings or something. But at this point, I was diving into a spiral of creative outbursts. And I thought, actually, you know what? How cool would it be if she was some kind of a pet cemetery guardian that's hidden down a path, really deep into the forest, that only the locals know about, and people go there to bury their loyal companions, but then the bodies of the pets are eaten by the fungi underground. The fungi grows from it and turn into a fungi spirit who has the soul of the dead pet and now gets to be revived as a little mushling who will help our monster girl in caring for the forest and making it a nice place for humans, plants and animals alike. I really like this narrative. It feels like a Princess Mononoke kind of lore, and I've always loved those. So yeah, going with this one, I'm pretty sure. I will mention this in the end of the video, but if you do end up making your own Neko Mushroom Monster Girl or Neko Shroom Girl, well, feel free to make up an entirely different design, lore, backstory with it. There are so many types of mushrooms out there, so many types of Neko Girls and Mechanids you can combine together. Just go crazy with it. Also, a funny thing that happened, and in retrospective I did not really notice that, but I did give her, I think it's a bobcat haircut, and it really makes her head look like a mushroom cap, so I don't know, it's just really funny now that I'm just looking at it and, you know, doing the editing, and I'm just adding this little part because I thought it was worth mentioning. So yeah. When it comes to the coloring and what color palette I went with, I must admit I did not actually go with any specific color selection, but I did want to go with colors that are more on the colder side of the wheel. I really tried to go for what looked nice on her mostly, and since most mushrooms are white and I wanted to have glowy shrooms and a lot of contrast, I simply gave her white to blue gradient hair, a white dress with hints of purple, and lots of grays and black for the bottom part of the dress. I also originally intended the antler fungi to be blue, but then they looked better white with the glow effect, so I went with white there too. It's all in all a very white, blue, purple and black piece. So I played with very similar colors in terms of hues, and the end result definitely feels colder than warmer, so that's good. I definitely think there's no need for more colors to be added, and I like the end result, so I moved on to the little mushlings colors. And I did pretty much go with the same color schemes as our Neko Shroom Monster Girl. I actually was inspired by this mushroom for their design and colors. It's called Stropharia aeruginosa, and I had to try saying this like 5 times now. But yeah, it's a partly slimy, not very edible mushroom, and it comes in a very pretty light blue color that I thought looked so cute with the little white spots on the cap, and also the shape of the cap was ideal for me to add little wannabe neko ears poking out as well. Made sense that the mushling would reflect the aesthetic of our monster girl. And that's all I can think of to say regarding the colors of this character. It was pretty straightforward, really. I tried a bunch of stuff and I just figured the colors as I went. Now, bear with me for a moment. Let me gush a little bit about this artist in my little gushing corner of this video. But I have to admit that I was highly inspired by this art YouTuber I've been following for a while. Her name is Dina Norland. She's an amazing artist. Like, it blows my mind how good and how creative everything she creates always turns out to be. And she makes these amazing random creature design videos. I don't think this girl has the power to produce a single bad idea at this point. So yeah, shout out to Dina, my inspiration for this video series. She has a Patreon and an online store that you can check out if you want. And anyway, I was like, damn, I really want to do this too. It's so creative, but I want to add my own spin to the idea. All the ingredients are there to make a cool video series, but then what would make sense for me? Clearly, I'm not going to rip her off with another random creature design series. And anyway, that's not really on point with my newly mature or creepy oriented brand I'm trying to build. So I pondered and wondered, and I slept a lot, and I watched season 3 of Stranger Things, and I could honestly make an hour-long video explaining all the reasons why I did not enjoy this season very much. But then this would become a review channel, and this tangent has been going far enough. Sorry, but the point is that I thought about it a lot, and then the idea of doing Monster Girls just popped into my mind one day, and it was such a good fit that I never looked back. But back to the art now. I have to admit, I am really happy about how this character turned out. Her lore, her little mushling army, her whole look, the whole package she comes with basically. I feel really good about the whole thing, and I'm really glad I began this series because this pushed me out of my comfort zone into designing a character I would have otherwise never designed. And if some of you lovely watchers want to give it a try, please go ahead and create your own Neko Shroom girl. I know there's a Monster Girl Maker Challenge out there and a 30-day Monster Girl Art Challenge, but I'm pretty sure there's not a random Monster Girl Design Challenge where you create a crossover between two Monster Girl types. So if you do participate and want me to see it, you can tag me using the hashtag #RandomMonsterGirlDesign, or you can try to just tag me on the social medias I use, which are mostly Twitter and Instagram for now. You can also comment on the video, I guess, and I'll definitely see it. And I will also feature anyone participating at the end of my next random Monster Girl design video. So that would be neat. It could eventually become a thing, so let's just start this train right now, shall we? And that's gonna be it. Thank you very much for watching this week's video. I really appreciate that, and if you enjoyed this video, drop me a like or even a sub. It will greatly help the channel grow and reach more people. So yeah, have a great week, and I'll see all your lovely faces next Wednesday. Au revoir!